David, Yoshinobu today, after his outing in New York, he talked about just the uptick of velocity. I know we talked about the emotions of the moment, but he also felt like there were a couple mechanical changes that might have led to it as well. What have you been seeing from him, and do you think there can be some carryover into this outing tonight?
I can't really speak to the mechanical adjustments that he made with the pitching guys. I did certainly see the uptick in velocity and the great performance. I think, we try to give him an extra day just to kind of get off that high and be able to reset back here at Dodger Stadium. But he feels good physically, and it'll just be interesting to see, which I was curious also with Gavin Stone last night, coming off a big series against the Yankees, and how he would respond here. And he passed with flying colors, and I expect the same thing from Yoshinobu.
And you guys are going up against Seth Lugo. What have you been seeing from him this year, and how has he impressed?
Seth Lugo is a guy I've always admired from the other side. It just seems like he's very methodical, very cerebral in how he prepares for major league hitters for a game. Even when he's in the bullpen, it just seems like he was like a chemist or a scientist, very methodical. So he's having a great year. He puts the ball on the ground, can strike guys out when he needs to, and those guys do a really good job of catching it, putting guys in the right positions, and he's obviously very comfortable here. And to get that long-term commitment, it was a good sign. And he's a glue guy and a very consistent, dependable starter.
Is Max doing anything besides fielding grounders and throwing yet?
Fielding, throwing, running, and so right now he's going to take another week off from swinging. He wasn't even swinging the bat, but even like the rotational plyos. So honestly, I don't know a timeline, but it's even slower than I think we all expected.
I saw Kershaw's going to make a start on Wednesday for a Rancho. How significant of a step is that for him?
It's great. It's great. I think he's already over the whole rehab process, but at least to get in a situation where it's game-like, it is a game, I know he's looking forward to that.
When Bobby comes back, would you consider using two starters in one game to maybe keep guys on a more regular schedule and save the bullpen?
No. I think that, the guys we have right now, I think once we get through this next week, things will become more clear. But right now, I think that we're going to go through a turn in the rotation with 6 guys.
Being that it's Black Heritage Night, how important is that to have it here at Dodger Stadium, as well as remembering the Black players from before and remembering that history?
It's great. It's great. Obviously, it's something I look forward to. And then you look forward to, you think back to all the, Black players that played, in baseball and specifically for the Dodgers. Some are very good friends of mine or were good friends of mine. And so to bring that to light is fantastic. And I think the Dodgers, we do a great job of, highlighting whether it's certain groups or demographics and kind of that melting pot for society. And today's the day is certainly personal for me.
Do you see it going around Major League Baseball at some point as far as just highlighting?
I do. I think that baseball is continuing to get it right and to kind of correct some things that I don't think that we were great at, in the sense of appreciating the platform that we have and appreciating how many people now recognize the great men, the great athletes in baseball that they are identifying with. And so now how do we capture those viewers and eyeballs to be invested in our game? And so Black Heritage is a night that I'll say, frankly, this is the most I've seen colored people, Black people at Dodger Stadium at home games, and it's, for me, that excites me.
What about the game they have a game next week at Rickwood Stadium? I don't know if you ever played there, ever been there, but your thoughts on having this special night?
I played there in 1996 or 7. Obviously, that's a long time ago. But I do think that it's great for the game, and I hope it's a good turnout. I really do.
And were you aware of the history there? Did it mean something to play at that stadium?
At that point in time, I knew about the Black Barons. but I didn't know. I didn't appreciate it. I was young and dumb.
You and
young,
Ron
not
Washington are the only two black managers in the game right now. What do you think that says about the state of, having diversity within the managerial ranks?
Well, diversity, one question. I think that we've gotten a lot better. You see Latin American managers. I think that's great. As far as black managers, myself and Wash, I think I just think that it's the executive side. Just speaking candidly, the world hires people that look like them, and so I think that's the challenge and something I think that we're trying to address, like in our game itself.
What proactive measures do you think could be taken to help accelerate things in the C-suite?
In the season, I think we're doing
C-suite, like executive level.
I'm going to stand down. I gave my thoughts, and then after that, I'll kind of let the powers that be decide on that one.
Can I ask you a very random question? I'm doing a sidebar story. Have you ever played or watched or aware of anyone talking about cricket at the moment? They're having this World Cricket Tournament.
You know what? I heard that when we were in New York, it was the biggest cricket tournament when we were there. And I didn't appreciate the viewership in person, how many people attend cricket. So my naivete didn't understand that, but it's a world sport, and I think it's great. I don't know anything about it, but when I do see guys hook balls foul, they talk about cricket. So in baseball, you like to have the ball move forward and not hooked foul, but I know they're great athletes. So.
Dave, another we asked you about, you guys acquired Jose Hernandez from the Pirates. What do you know about him, and where is he going to come here at some point, or is he going down to the minors?
I don't know. I found out when you guys found out, so I don't know what his role is with our club.